We are the Master Traitors podcast.
We are the Master Traitors podcast.
We are the Master Traitors podcast. Oh my goodness, that's right, folks. We are the Master Traitors, and we are back once again watching the Traitors U.S. Season 4. I am your snake daddy, your shit poster supreme, Matt Keck. Alongside me, it's the man of a million beans. He's the light of my life.
Paul, Rob's beard shield.
Rob's freaking beard is here. And for those of you who are new to joining us, we are two comedians from Kansas City, the most underrated city in America, and we have played thousands of games of Ultimate Werewolf, which is essentially the board game version of the Traitors. And we played these games with every type of person at every level of sobriety, and we know the ins and outs of why people do what they do in a game like this. And we're here to break it down for you. Last time we left, Rob, I am so happy I was wrong about Rob. I'm so happy I was wrong about when he took that shot. I thought he shot early. I thought it was premature. But I think we're watching a masterful game of this unfold right now.
I must say, I think, up till now, and it's still time, but even if, I think, he is the best traitor that has played yet that I've seen.
He's so good at not showing his hand, so good at... And you've watched a lot of the shows. You've watched
the
UK.
Australian one, the UK
Didn't you watch like New Zealand or something? The Hobbits
yeah,
were on there, maybe?
One, I don't know.
So, we get back and we start at the turret, and this is after Rob has, just killed Lisa, got Lisa, voted out, banished at the round table, and they're back in there, and Candiace is fairly calm. Rob's mostly unapologetic. He basically makes it known, like, I did what I had to do. But he also basically just lets Candiace do whatever she wants here. They get the option to either recruit or kill, and she's freaking scared. She doesn't want someone else joining the team. She doesn't want Rob trying to turn someone else against her.
This is Candiace's problem.
Yeah.
And through right now, even through last episode and throughout this episode, is that she is getting too scared and letting it show.
Yes.
Instead of just trying to say, okay, we got this person out, let's work together, let's do something here. Don't...
Yeah, I agree. I feel like Candiace's problem right now is most of her actions are so reactionary. It's not her making a decision, it's her reacting to the decisions other people make. And if you're only going to react and not act, especially as a traitor, that's how another traitor is gonna make a move on you.
Right. You show weakness. You show weakness
you do.
And you get in there right where you can.
And so Rob obviously doesn't want to kill Colton, and Candiace obviously does. They also consider Stephen and Natalie, but we get to go to a little breakfast.
Yeah, they decide that they are not murdering.
No, that they're not recruiting.
Not recruiting. Sorry,
yeah. They're gonna kill someone.
Maybe you said that already. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
No. Candiace doesn't want to recruit. She thinks that she'll get overpowered, and so she wants to kill Colton. That's what she wants. Rob's like, that's my boy. I don't really want that. So when we get to breakfast, they start discussing, and it seems like the people at breakfast think there could be a recruitment as well. And understandably, because at this point, we've seen a secret traitor that they didn't know was a secret. They just know it was a traitor. And we've seen Lisa as a traitor both be revealed. That's two traitors.
Yeah.
Seems like it's time for
a recruitment. Did they know that there was a secret traitor in the game?
I think they might have known there's a secret traitor.
I think they did because they announced it to everybody. But
I don't know that she was the secret
traitor.
So, but they haven't brought it back up, so they probably assume it's been dealt with.
Right.
But, But yeah, they never really revealed that. So, Dorinda is just aghast. She cannot believe that her dear friend from Girls' Weekend has done these horrible things. This whole time, she was besties with a traitor. I can't believe it. Mara brings up Candiace's vote and how she voted for Rob and it felt out
Yeah.
of nowhere. And of course, Tinkerbell is the one coming to my boy's Rob's defense because I think these two are going to get married. I think they're getting married. I think it will be a fairy tale love story that I've invented in my head.
I think
I'm a Mara and Rob
I
shipper.
haven't
I'm
seen
shipping
his
it.
Love Island or whatever the heck he was
I know.
on.
It
but
seems like the snake
I think he's
reputation
probably,
follows him, is what I've heard. Is what I need to watch. I need to watch these villa highlights that are on Peacock. They keep advertising them. So she brings up Candiace voting for Rob. Johnny's not totally biting on this because he really likes Candiace, like they're friends. Colton, he's still on people's radars because he hasn't walked in yet for breakfast, and so people are still talking about his name. And then Mara kind of confronts Candiace, like right there at the table, about Rob and the vote. And I think Candiace doesn't do a great job of acting in this episode. I feel like she's done a better job in conversation since then. I think she's still on her heels from the Lisa thing, because every time they talk, like, no one outright is like, oh, no, for sure, I
that
know
took her by
you.
surprise,
I think she's on her heels. And so when, like, even in this conversation, even though it doesn't seem super obvious, it feels like she's almost backpedaling in every situation here. And I mean, it doesn't feel like she even knows how many people are already looking at her. Like, she doesn't realize that she'd been discussed by Colton before this. So,
Yeah, I agree.
Then we find out that they murdered Colton. All these people were thinking he was still a traitor.
Yeah.
He done got killed. Rob let her have it, which this did surprise me. But he was pretty easy to roll over.
Super smart idea. He realized.
Why would he kill
knows
Colton?
It's a game.
Why would he have killed Colton?
Well, if she was thinking at all,
she wouldn't have done that.
Right.
She
wouldn't have done that.
This was, unfortunately for her, two emotional moves back to back. Writing Rob's name down gave them more stuff to bring up later at the round table, and then killing Colton just makes Rob look like untouchable at this point. You just killed his best friend, who's the bestie.
So you killed a best friend and two traitors?
Yeah, and you killed the guy who had your name in his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, and
rough. That's a bad, rough move.
And he goes afterwards, he says, hey, she's got her name out there already. She's just going to, I'll let her have Colton.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly,
because
how smart is that?
He knows
such a great sacrifice.
Rob already knows. Rob said that Colton had already put out Candiace's name to a couple people already.
It was already floating. He knew it was.
Man, he was like, oh, this is it. Yeah. I know you had told me before that you thought that he was going to be wanting to recruit him.
I did. I thought that originally his plan might be to recruit Colton. And I honestly think he would have had Candiace not decided to kill him, but I think he saw the opportunity in Candiace deciding to kill him. I think he saw how good of a moment that would be for him.
I think that I don't know. Maybe. It's a possibility.
And obviously there's no way we could ever prove it.
I think he could have easily said that how us recruiting him would make him an easy target to get out of here easy quick.
Totally.
But
yeah,
if that's how you're wanting to play that game of putting somebody in as a sacrifice.
I mean, I think there was a lot of broing going on between Colton and Rob. Like, they were bros, and they were really, like, I think he would have, of all the goodness that he's done in this game, I think that is the one person that he has already done maybe not the best thing in getting out. I think Candiace gave him the opportunity that he couldn't pass up by deciding to kill him now, but I think that's the one guy in this game that he didn't always play the best strategy with. As Colton? She called Rob later in this episode, he's Colton's beard after all. So, so he's the one that Colton's his weak spot, and he went ahead and let them take that off the table.
Plus, letting him choose, letting her choose automatically makes it look like, hey, I'm giving you what you want. This is my olive branch here.
Bingo. That's exactly right. So it makes her go lighter actually, I feel like, up front. Like, it makes her feel like, okay, maybe this, like, you know, even if it just softens her attacking him
good.
a little bit.
Maybe we're okay.
Rob does drop a fork. This is important because it does get brought up later.
And she went. The only reason it got brought because he dropped the fork, which would not have been even on. They would have edited it out. But Candiace was like, it was like she was like, Rob, what? I was like, what? What? Because I didn't even realize what happened. I was like, did something happen here?
And he just dropped a fork. He forked up.
Oh, he
forked up. He forked
That's
up,
what Candiace
baby.
was thinking. He forked up.
Yeah, and it feels like that. Lisa kind of did the same thing, looking for the opportunity and jumping too early on something that's not. And that almost starts to give you away a little. Like she jumped at something too quick. Now, Alan walks in. He looks a little bit like the Nutty Professor draped in floral curtains with some bright red shoes. Listen, it's not crazy. It's not over the top.
He looked
but
like my grandma's couch.
Yeah,
yes.
you know, it's fine. I'll give him a 3 out of 5 on this guy. I'll give him a 3 out of 5.
I thought he looked good.
Yeah, he did. He pulled it off. He pulled it off.
I thought it looked
the wispy hair was nice.
pretty dapper.
Yeah.
I thought.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
I liked it quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. But
I'm underselling it. Okay. Hey, respect. No, nothing but respect. I get it. Now he teases the mission, and then he uses our catchphrase again.
I know.
We broke into the zeitgeist. Later Traitors have broke in. I'm gonna assume it's parallel thinking, or someone out there on that production staff has listen to this at least once, and they were like, "Oh,
what happened?
Write that down.
For sure.
Write that
that's
down.
What happened.
Later Traitors.
Later Traitors.
Write that shit down.
Later Traitor does.
Write that shit down. So they all do a cheers to Colton, and we just had 2 huge personalities wiped from the game. Lisa's gone. Colton's gone. Johnny starts twerking in the hallway.
He is just for no reason.
No.
Just starts twerking.
Just twerking. I get it. Sometimes you just gotta twerk it, baby. Him and Tara are discussing Natalie a bit, or maybe Steven, and Tara basically just admits she has no clue what she's doing. She's like, you guys are probably making a drinking game out of how wrong I am. Rob is floating Candiace. Everyone's kind of going for Candiace, even though Candiace is trying to float Rob. It feels like she doesn't realize how much her name is already coming up at this point. She thinks she's starting a war that's already been started, I think.
I felt like these guys were not the smartest or the best faithfuls in the beginning because of the whole conga line thing or whatever.
Yeah, they should.
They are.
No one ever brought that up.
I know, but they're actually
doing pretty okay, mostly.
Yeah, they are doing some stuff. Even Dorinda. Is this episode.
Dorinda brings up a piece of evidence that honestly feels relevant.
Yes.
Like, it's a really good piece of evidence.
Exactly. It's solid. Makes sense.
All right, here's our mission. There's an old art gallery that some of the people have to go up into this attic, and then there's 2 teams, and then they read a description on a frame, and then they have to go try and pose like that frame, take a picture of it, and then the people in the attic have to match their posed picture to the old pictures in the attic. Yes, it's a portrait of Dorian Gay up in this bitch.
I kind of like this.
It's funny.
It made everything
very funny. I loved it.
Just them having to pose and stuff.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
And there's also a shield hidden up in the attic, so only people who can get that shield are up in the attic. Rob does end up sneaky snaking his way up into the attic so that he can, if not get the shield, know who has the shield. Smart move. Candiace did not want him to get in there, but Johnny concedes and lets him go. And I'm pretty glad because the very first picture we get is Johnny as a cow being milked.
Oh yeah, she has her coat.
She takes it off and has him like drape it, and they use like the.
Candiace has for some reason wearing a cow
coat. Yeah, it works.
So he puts it on him, and then is like milking him.
And so and Steven's out here being Stanley Kubrick. He's trying to direct this bitch, and so they go.
Eric's eating grass.
Oh yeah, they're eating grass. Eric's got grass in his fucking mouth. They don't get this one. They don't understand it. It's funny. It's too bad.
They think he's a horse.
They do think he's a horse. I love that someone says, "Who milks a horse?" Well, it depends on how much you pay in Tijuana. I did skip over this. They showed Fergus painting.
Oh, I was gonna say this. Fergus is a freak. He's a regular Caravaggio there.
He's a freaking savant. He's a savant.
He was good. I wrote this down. Fergus.
I love me some Fergus now. The next one we have farmhands carrying a newborn calf. Mara thinks that she should be the cow, and so she dresses up and she does her little face, and they think she's a duck for a second, but then they realize that she's a cow, and they yell Dorinda's a cow.
Dorinda's
a cow. He did that for Ron for sure. that was for Ron.
I think
they got this one.
They did get it, and I think that may have been part of the reason they didn't get the other cow one.
Right,
because they showed this one. They showed this one first.
Yeah.
So then showing another cow maybe
confused them probably.
Yeah.
Then we get Kristen finding the shield at this point, as Eric is complaining about the taste of grass in his mouth. And then the next painting is supposed to be four traitors murdering each other, and then the other one is a warrior on horseback with a sword up. They get the warrior one. Easy. Yep. They missed the traitor one.
They depict it pretty well.
They actually did a really good job.
The warrior one.
Yeah, the peasants were like in a different spot a little bit, but other than that, it was really good. Honestly, this team kind of crushes it. Yeah. Because the other one they do because
they don't get to see the picture.
No, they just get a description
of the picture,
and they did a really good job. Like the proposal one. After this with the peeking neighbor over the wall, like they did a really good job with that one.
They got that one too.
Yeah, they got all three. They got tree out of tree.
Tree for tree.
Tree for tree.
Tree for tree.
We got tree for tree. So I think that means they got $9,000. Tinkerbell's team crushed it. And then they did a screaming infant with Eric being a screaming baby, but they only did his head, which happened to be the other painting in there was the head of a pig. So they didn't know if it's a crying baby or whether it's a pig's head. It's basically like when you look at the Oval Office these days. But they do end up choosing the right one on this. So they get one out of tree on that team, and they get a total of $12,000. And they go back to the castle.
Eric is actually Eric, and he is a very likable guy.
He's fun.
He's very funny.
Yeah, they show a lot more of him. He's got more personality now.
Yeah, I kind of like him.
I like that he's made it this far, and we always talk about how there's people early on that are quiet that then show up later in the show, and we find out that he might. We'll see how he goes. He might have moved up my list a little bit by the end of this episode, honestly. Yeah, he's very likable. I agree. We get back to the castle. Natalie and Mara, they think it's probably Candiace. Mark and Kristen say that there's got to be a male in there, but they don't know who. Mm-hmm. Eric is suspicious of Candiace. Johnny remembers Colton has mentioned Candiace and Steven. So Johnny tells Candiace she's in the conversation right now. They're friends. He lets her know that people are talking about her. She gets pretty defensive, actually. And again, I feel like her acting is off because I think she's on her heels a little bit. I think she knows she's on her heels at this point because her friend is telling her this. I think this is the moment where she realizes how deep she's in it right now.
I think this is where the housewife comes out.
A little bit.
And being the housewife, you're not playing a game in the housewife.
Yeah, it's a little more personal, right?
Right. You doing something is not there's not a coming back at you. You don't have to worry about people voting you out of anything or anything like that.
Right.
You can just be
catty. Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Right. And then
without having to think about why you did it.
Right. And then the next day you're going to be fine.
Exactly.
Because that's not this.
Because that's a different game. Right. Absolutely. Now, Dorinda also thinks it's probably Steven and Candiace, and remembers that Lisa put her rocks in Steven's thing during the game. Something that we mentioned was a very interesting move. Had Lisa stuck around, I think she was planning to set Steven up in some way. I don't know exactly what the move was.
I think, but I don't. But
now it just feels like something left behind as like a weird.
Who said it?
Artifact.
Somebody said it like. I can't remember who it was, but somebody had mentioned, she's like, but Lisa's not gonna do any strategic moves. I don't think so.
No, yeah, I think it maybe just happened. I think it just happened, but now Dorinda, I mean, bringing up a good memory.
Oh, yeah.
Steven's name's been coming up, and she's like,
And it
wait a
makes
minute.
sense.
Lisa was a traitor. She put gold in Steven's thing. I mean,
People
yes,
thinking
it's
about
off, but
people thinking about things in the
game,
past
this,
that happened.
This is the best I've seen people play the game. People are actually breaking things down. Candiace and Steven go to the side for a moment, and Steven lets her know that Colton had brought her up before he died. I don't think she had realized how behind the 8 ball she was. I don't think she realized Colton had brought her up, maybe, or at least that as many people knew. Rob walks in at this point.
She has, at the point when they're talking, she then mentions that she, in a little confessional thing, she's like, oh, Colton's, Rob's been, freaking his beard or whatever. He didn't say the beard thing at that point, but he's like he's been pulling the strings and telling them, which is not the case actually.
No,
Colton's the one that mentioned Lisa.
Yeah, Colton comes up
and
with all
put
of
up
this on
all
their
the deal,
own, yeah.
which is a very smart.
Oh, of course,
Rob Traitor move.
Big
because
time.
you're not doing it. I'm not doing anything. You're just you know what? I'll help it along if that's your idea.
Oh yeah.
Don't look like you
I trust
freaking
you, dude.
tossed anybody out there.
Yeah, I trust you. Yeah.
And then, and so she tells Steven, hey, so I think Rob is was pulling Colton's strings here on this. And Steven's like, really?
It just stands out to him way too much. That doesn't feel right.
Right. And it's right in there.
Rob doesn't feel like a puppet master.
Mm-hmm.
And no one's looking at Rob. No one's been looking at Rob. So you can't just build this out of nowhere. It's like the Snyderverse. You don't just get to start in the middle of the story.
And the only Rob thing that came about was from her voting for him at the last table.
And that just makes her look even worse. It makes her look like she was trying to take out another faithful because he's the buddy of the faithful that get killed that night.
Yep.
It makes it look like she's making an obvious traitor play. Well... Rob, Oh no, go ahead.
Well, and at that point, after she told Steven that, though, here is what I think may come back to bite Rob a little bit. Because he comes in
and asks for a moment alone
with Candiace. Tells Steven, "Hey, can I come in here and talk to Candiace?"
Yeah, I think there's ways to play that
he
off,
play
but
it off
it
as
does
questioning her about
but
bringing
it
his
does
name up or
stand
something.
Out. It does stand out, and anything that stands out has potential to come back and bite you.
And if it could be put together. Hey, you're talking to me. You're throwing Rob's name out there. Now all of a sudden Rob wants to come in here, and you two are talking. You're really
and then you're a traitor also. And you started accusing him after the other traitor died. Wait a minute. And then you start realizing the conspiracy that's going on in the castle. Oh, yeah. You're right. It could be. This could be. This could be the thread. This could be the thread. And Steven's not bad at this game. So they obviously, Rob comes in. They talk. He's like, "Oh, it was all Colton who said it. It wasn't me." Obviously, he's lying. She catches him in some of his lies, and he smiles when she does. He, you know,
he stays calm. I mean,
and
that's
he
what
tells
you
her
gotta
that
do.
he goes, "Hey, this is a game, you know." And she's like, "Yeah, but you're a freaking snake.
Oh yeah,
you're a sneaky snake." And guess what, Rob? Hell yeah, baby. Us snakes got to stick together. Slither little sneaky snake, my guy. Now, Candiace
snake, not a traitor.
Candiace is like, you are just straight up a snake. And you know what? I think snakes do best in this game.
I mean,
you got to be able to disconnect. Otherwise, your jaw won't be able to eat
go
anything
this way,
big.
Go that way. Gotta be able to
Gotta
move.
zig and zag, baby. Gotta zig and zag.
So we have all the information.
You got it.
As a trader, you have all the information.
Yep, you're playing from the advantage.
You cannot.
Don't let the emotion get you.
Letting other people
You're
play
playing. You're at the advantage. So we get to the round table. Our twerking boy Johnny opens it up and mentions Colton had brought up Steven right off the bat. Then Steven asks if anyone else heard Colton say this, and then no one pipes up at all. And Johnny probably is just like, yo, what the hell at this point? And then Dorinda does come in with her things like, yeah, but Lisa did give you gold. And he's like, I really don't know why that happened. He's fairly convincing, but there is evidence against him, unfortunately, because no one brought it up. But he also looked bad at the fucking dinner table, too, even though it wasn't him. Like, there's a lot of shit where... You know, he's starting to be sus. He's starting the Among Us stank.
I mean,
getting on
yeah,
him.
for sure. There is Dorinda's information.
It's value. It has value, especially if Rob
Solid
wants to pay
information.
attention to it.
Other people don't have
Keep it around.
any information on
Keep
anybody
that
else.
information around.
There's some there.
That's a bullet in the chamber.
He's got to wipe that off soon.
Uh-huh. Now, Candiace and... Oh, wait, hold on. I went too far up. Eric says that the Traitors are playing an excellent game. And then he brings up that Candiace decided to randomly vote last time.
Yes.
Now, Candiace starts doing okay, but people really aren't following, and so you start seeing her kind of almost scramble in her argument a bit. She does mention Tara wanting to vote for Natalie out of nowhere.
Oh, yes, because...
she's really trying anything
somebody
to
said
deflect.
something about Natalie.
Yeah,
and
she said,
why
I
she
was
voted
going to vote for Natalie.
Yeah, she said that. But then, and then, in that case... Then she
and Natalie's like, "Wait, you lied
Tara
to me!"
Under the bus.
Yeah, and
I'm like,
what
ooh,
a great way to get someone to
horrible
not vote, be on your
as
side.
She's just talking. Candiace is just digging herself more and more the hole.
Unfortunately, she is making a lot of bad moves here,
and she's making enemies wherever she didn't think she'd making enemies to there. And Rob's just sitting. You can see him just smiling over there.
Oh yeah, and then she decides it's time to go for him, and brings up the fork. Which is, you know, the most petty thing in the world that no one else was thinking about.
Yes.
And he's like, I mean, yeah, I guess my friend got out, and like, sometimes I drop forks sometimes. I don't know. It's not the first time I've dropped a fork. I don't know what to tell you. Like, such a good deflection.
I also dropped a fork when you had a conga line started.
Yeah, no shit. That's what he should have done. Oh, man. Because, yeah, if we're going to bring up stuff in the game, let's go.
I thought he already
knew he had it won.
No need to bring up things in the game.
Well, right. Because people are going to, like we said, the more you talk, the more people look at you.
The more
and
you
that
just
even
say,
does
I
come
don't
up
know.
at some point.
I don't know where this is coming from. And Candiace just...
She got a little too
Bad
emotional on
move
this.
coming in.
After Lisa got turned on, she couldn't get past it, and I get it. It wasn't expected, and that just happens sometimes. And that was part of his game, was catching her off guard. It for sure was part of his game. He knew it would.
Her best move was sticking on Steven.
Mm-hmm.
She should have stuck on Steven, whether anybody was going to say anything or not. Just push it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I know her name got brought up, but then instead of defending yourself so much, you know,
It's just absolutely right.
because a lot of people get in trouble, especially traitors. They get in trouble trying to defend themselves.
And they over-defend.
Yeah, and they number one, they use all the time on defense of themselves instead of friggin'
and so now you're the subject of all of
Right.
this. Now she did try to deflect, but she stretched herself too thin, way too thin. She deflects to Tara and Natalie. She deflects to Rob and his fork. She deflects to, or Mara brings up her voting for Rob. She deflects to Rob bringing up Lisa. She feels
Yes.
like she calls Rob Colton's beard, so she's bringing Colton back into the conversation. Suddenly she brings up that Rob's talking more often. Now, I do think that's a good point, but since it came up in the middle of this argument here, it might end up getting buried to Rob's favor that he started talking more.
well,
Plus, he talked more when a traitor went away.
yeah.
So he's got that in his pocket.
There is, and rightfully so, Tink Tink said, hey, why are you now, before you
said it was a random vote.
A random
yeah.
vote, but now you think he is it?
Yeah, it's like that feels out of nowhere. Yeah.
This is not making sense.
So Rob's not going to use his dagger, and because he knows he's got these votes, I think.
I wouldn't have used the dagger.
Not at all. Not at all.
No way.
He even smiles as they don't use it, and here are our votes. Tinkerbell Mara, she votes for Candiace. Johnny Sad, but he votes for Candiace.
Yeah.
Natalie's pissed, so she votes for Tara, which ends up maybe being a bad move because as we continue, Tara votes for Candiace, Eric votes for Candiace, Kristen votes for Candiace, Rob votes for Candiace, Steven votes for Candiace, Dorinda votes for Candiace, Mark votes for Candiace, and Candiace votes for Rob, which makes Natalie the only non-Candiace person that did not vote for Candiace.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're mad at Tara, and I know most people are going to process that, but it still puts a target on your back. An emotional move makes people look at you. Now you're the standout. You're the only one who didn't vote for the traitor.
And Tara's going to...
And Tara's going to
probably vote
that.
for you or try to friggin'
She's going to remember that. She already thought you were a traitor once.
Yeah. I was proud of Dorinda for moving off of Steven with her.
She did a good job. Yeah.
Move off, and she
listened. She followed the crowd, and she got another traitor. Honestly, Dorinda stepped up her game, and she hasn't been annoying on camera yet. Put some wine in this girl. I'm ready for the meltdown. Let's go.
Yep. This is where.
And Candiace was a good sport when she left too. She was a good sport. She didn't ruin the game. I was afraid she might for a second.
I think maybe they have something where you can't.
I feel like you're not supposed to. But that did happen last season a bit, though.
It kind of did.
Yeah, I know.
Well, what's his face did kind of.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty sketch.
But it wasn't straight.
No, of course not. But I thought she might try to pull something similar. Yeah. She didn't, though. She was a good sport.
But what did happen at this table is Johnny has buried himself.
Oh, he's not looking good.
No. He has moved now. He is now, his best partner was a traitor. And it looks like he saw the light at when it came, and he's like, oh, man, she's going down. I got to vote for her.
Mm-hmm. It did look like that.
It looked like a desperate
And people start
play.
bringing his name up after this, too.
Yeah.
They do start bringing his name up.
But if I was him, you know what traitors do?
Get defensive.
Don't talk to each other. They do not sit and be best friends. Mm-hmm. And people talk. If you're best friends, both of you are not going to be traitors there.
That's exactly right.
Why? If you're best friends where everybody sees you
don't want
talking.
everyone looking at the same group.
Right.
That means you plan stuff together.
That is his perfect. That's his perfect out.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he just got to realize that.
Yeah, him realizing that, but also being able to convince other people of that. But I mean, he could convince Tara for sure.
Of course, because that's who he's always got in his pocket. Well, they're mentioning his name. No one thinks it's Rob. No one thinks it's him at all. They laugh at the idea of it being Rob.
Oh yeah, Top Chef was like,
no way. Are you kidding me? That sweet baby angel.
Yeah.
Sneakiest snake ever.
Yeah, Eric too. Like everybody.
Oh yeah. Natalie is apologizing to Tara for voting for her. I think because she realizes how bad of a look it was after it was a traitor that they all got out.
Tara just wants to vote her out, I'm sure, at this point, because you keep doing that. You took the freaking serum from me.
Yeah,
now
why are you being mean?
My name
why
out there,
on
and
me?
then you try to apologize to me afterwards. I just done with this.
I
don't need this, Nat.
Well, we get Rob nice and quiet in the turret.
By himself.
All alone like a bathroom at a craft store, or men's bathroom at a craft store. That's my place of zen, let me tell you. Now listen, he gets to choose a new traitor.
Alan comes in.
Alan comes in. There's only one left, and we can't have that this early. We can't have 12 faithfuls win.
It's not a. He doesn't say you can murder someone. He says you have to recruit.
It's part of the rules. He needs to recruit.
But he also says you can recruit, but when you recruit, you're going to meet them face to face.
Yep, and they have to choose if they join it or not.
Right, and though they get to kill. As well, murder
which is great.
So it doesn't necessarily like.
So it doesn't. You don't know for sure that there's a recruit.
So it's not going to look like
it's not a guarantee.
Yeah,
it's not a guarantee, which is nice. Now he's considering a few people, and he talks through his strategy. Maybe Johnny, because people are considering Johnny.
Yeah, bad move, I think.
Yeah, not the one I'd go for. I agree. Mark, because no one's looking at Mark. And then he also mentions Eric, which I think was the best choice, maybe, of the three, and it is the one that he goes with.
Yep. Oh, Johnny may have been a good idea if he's looking to get someone.
If he's looking to pin another traitor on and like continually kill traitors traitors so
Yeah.
that no one ever gets him.
But I think at
that's
this
a
point-
hard way to play.
Right. And I don't think that's a smart way to play because that's
no,
just
because
gonna
then
kill
no
you at
one's
some
gonna.
point.
Yeah, then yeah.
I've seen people do that. I've seen like in the British one, the traitors tried to do that with a girl, and then you know what
turned
happened?
on them.
She freaking turned on them, and she
Flipped
ends
it
up
on
being
them.
the only traitor that came through that.
I know.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
Yeah.
You got to be careful on that. I like the choice of Eric. He gets this invitation. I agree. He's kind of fun. I'm excited to see him and him. Honestly, now that Eric and Rob are the traitors, I feel like we have the sexy Hollywood porn version of us in the traitors turret right now. Right?
I'm the one
It's-
with the golden
You've got
voice.
the golden voice, baby.
Golden ear.
You got the golden ear. You know, the brown nose.
And you're the snake
Yeah,
man.
and I'm the snake.
Oh, man.
They literally cast a porn version of us in the Traitors. And of course Eric's freaking stunned that it's Rob when he freaking flips the hood at the end. Just freaks out.
I'm gonna put a side by side of us and
Yeah,
and,
you need to.
those
Put
two.
us next to Robin. Yeah, we're the reality, and they're the porn version. I swear to God, it's true. It's true. I'm excited to see what they do together. I think it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, and
think it'll
you
be
know
fun.
what? And I think I
think he'll be a
personally
good
think
traitor,
Rob is
actually.
going to be a lot more happy with him being in there, and he's not even going to try to. I think before he was like he wasn't actively trying to get anybody out, but he was like, hey. I'm pretty sure he's actively wanted to get Candiace out for sure.
Yeah, he was letting the
once it got
housewives
there,
run the game
he
so that
was
they
not-
could get themselves eliminated.
Yes, I think feel like he could have a little.
He's a little more in control.
fun.
It's not a 2-1
with
game
the housewives.
anymore.
He feels like he got him. He got the housewives. He feels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
He
outsmarted you
thinks he's
guys.
on top.
I
He
smarted you
thinks
guys.
he's on top.
But I think possibly with Eric, it could be a deal where he's thinking, oh, now we can both just have fun, go to
Let's
the
hang
end.
out.
Maybe I'll turn at you at the end somehow.
Let's see what happens
But-
at the end. Yeah.
Right. I think that might be the
Still
case,
a sneaky
but-
snake. That's
but-
how we'd play it. We'd play all the way to the end, and then for sure I'm turning on your ass.
But as
For
Eric,
sure.
But as Eric going in, you now realize that he voted out
2 other traitors.
2 traitors.
So you need to watch your fucking back.
So you got to watch your back. Be happy. I mean, he even said he's like, I don't want to accept a freaking to be a traitor. I don't want to play this as a traitor. Then when he goes in and he's like, or maybe, but he's going to because he has to, or
Yeah.
he's out of the game.
That's right. He's
But-
got to.
Yeah, so he's got to do it.
You're not going to just leave.
No,
Be dumb.
no, he's gonna play it.
I mean,
Yeah, if he didn't keep in the back of his freaking mind that these two got out, he's a big dummy.
agreed. Okay, top 3s. I gotta go now. Rob and Eric are my top 2. I think they might make.
I think, yeah,
like they might make it together.
yeah,
They for sure one turns on the other.
Again, right now, Rob looks like the best traitor I have seen on any of these games.
Yeah,
and
I
he's
mean,
played
How do you vote for
a
someone
great-
against him?
game, right? And he's actually done stuff,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it-
Actively.
explained his things.
Yeah, and he does. He explains his strategies. He tells you why he considers different things.
The first season with Siri.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched that.
I have not watched it.
But Siri, she's a survivor
Yeah.
lady. She went through, and you might watch it again, so I won't
You can
say
spoil it, I
whatever.
don't
Well,
care.
yeah. Well, she goes in and she ends up winning the thing.
Yeah.
She turns on the traitor at the
Yeah.
end.
Of course. Good.
But she doesn't really do anything through it.
It just
And
chills.
yes. Which is
It's a
it
great
worked for her.
strategy.
It worked
For
her.
certain people, you can
Yeah.
pull that off.
It was working for Phaedra.
Mm-hmm. Fader did a
Her
great job
season.
playing it
She
that
just
way.
played through it. I don't. But
It doesn't always work.
no. And at some point,
You have to
Phaedra
do
got
something at some
got
point.
caught up
Yeah.
because she got mad about.
Mhm. Yeah,
the
you gotta be
housewives
careful
getting
in those
kicked out.
emotions.
Yeah, that's why she got it. But I think this is actually, I don't know, them just going along with things. It is a move, but it's not really necessarily the move that puts things in motion, I guess.
Yeah.
To make things happen. You're just sitting and waiting. I guess if all the other people are chaotic enough,
Yeah.
you can do that. I suppose.
I'm gonna go third. The only
I'm sorry.
No, I like the way you have it broken down. I'm just literally trying to think of who I would even pick as my third. Kristen, maybe? No, she'll get killed.
It's going. The third is going to be somebody they're going to bring along. It may be
Dorinda.
Jeez, man, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I think
Tara.
I agree with you. Eric is now moves up.
Oh
the list.
no! My third's Mara. Rob's keeping Mara with him till the end. He's got her in all his pockets.
Who is? You know what? I am going to say Top Chef Kristen.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I kind of thought maybe
Top
her.
Chef because Eric and her are
buddies, and he could keep her.
Close.
Yeah, that's me. That's why I think
he
Mara
needs
is.
a
But he
person
does. You're right.
That he wants to get in there.
Yeah.
He wants because he doesn't. There's
they
no
are
way he's
good
going to
friends.
trust Rob.
Yep.
Fully.
I'm with you. That's a good choice, I think.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Another episode of the Traitors U.S. Season 4. This is such a good season. I'm so pumped. Yeah, I mean, make sure you keep following along with us on social. We've got a lot of things cooking. We've got some new big deck energy out there.
Ooh.
We're going to be cooking up a whole lot of stuff this year, so keep following along at Arson Club KC on Instagram and TikTok. Follow along our other podcasts. We've got the Bottom Boys. We've got the Christmas Movie Marathon. We've got them all. And make sure that you tell your neighbors when you see an ICE agent, fuck ICE. And I am your Snake Daddy, your shitposter supreme, Matt Keck. Alongside me, it's the man of a million beans, the light of my life,
Paul, tree for tree, shield.
Tree for tree. And I guess that makes this a Later Traitors.